Congresswoman Janice Hahn, a champion for nature, for the wetlands, the Ballona Wetlands, and a supporter of the Ballona Institute. She really cares about this landscape here of Los Angeles. She came on a tour with us as a candidate to see firsthand the Ballona Wetlands. We took her up the Ballona Creek levee, which allows you to go into the heart of the ecosystem and be elevated on a boardwalk. The levee serves as a boardwalk and an elevated platform for you to see nature. She saw pelicans, herons, egrets, shorebirds of many species, sandpipers, for example. And she just really cared, and you could see her light up and just care about the location here at Ballona Wetlands. And we came to a tide gate that is operated and managed by the United States Army Corps of Engineers. And I pointed out some of the problems that need to be corrected with the tide gate and how to help that protect the Ballona Wetlands more. And she just saw that and said, wow, there's a number of things I'm going to have to be involved with here at the Ballona Wetlands. And she's just been a wonderful blessing to have cared about the Ballona Wetlands and our Ballona Institute.
Congresswoman Janice Hahn represented the Ballona Wetlands area for a year. During that year, she made every moment count. One of the things she did was she called in the Army Corps of Engineers to her office and had a number of residents and community leaders there to explain what the issues were. And the scientists were there too, and they all got a full hearing. And when the Army Corps of Engineers and the county public works people didn't seem to hear what was going on, she explained to them what public service meant. She explained what she was taught as a child by her father about public servants, and how everybody around that table that worked for the government was working for us, the public. And we're so grateful to her for that.
I'm John C. Smith. I'm a Sierra Club member, TV news journalist, and I've worked several years to preserve this ecological preserve. Several people have come along during that fight over the last 2 decades to help organizations like the Sierra Club preserve this land. One of them is Congresswoman Janice Hahn. A couple years ago, I was called up to go to a meeting at Congresswoman Hahn's office down in San Pedro. And there were a lot of people in that room, maybe 20 to 30 environmentalists, different people with different ideas of what to do out here. It was kind of like Janice Hahn inviting you into her living room. She was very clear. Her message was, I'm here to help. Tell me the facts. Let me know the issues. And I care. And being someone who's covered a lot of crummy politicians over the years as a journalist and seen a lot of scandals, it was so refreshing to have that kind of input and desire from a leader in Southern California. And you know, it's heartwarming to hear her. At that meeting, you know, she went around the room and she carefully asked each person, what do you think should happen? And at the end of the meeting, there were no photo ops. This was Janice Hahn doing the right thing. At the end of the meeting, she not only, you know, gave this sense of caring about people and the public, and you know, she listened, but she said, I want to keep being informed about what happens and what you guys said here today. It was like, it wasn't a photo op. It was genuine concern and care on an issue that a lot of people do care about. And I'm forever grateful.
Hi, I'm Margot Griswold, restoration ecologist in Southern California, and I'm here to speak about my experience with Congressmember Janice Hahn and how great she has been in support of a full public hearing for the Ballona Wetlands plans. And I pause when I say plans because I don't want to use the word restoration when we're talking about those plans, as I don't think they are restoration, and I don't think it's supported by the science. And that's what's great about Janice Hahn, because she came actually herself to listen to scientists and the public in a small group meeting to air the concerns that we restoration ecologists and other scientists have over what to be done with Ballona Wetlands. And I think this is very important, that our public servants work for the public, for the best interest of the public and our open space. And Ballona is so important as one of the remaining large wetlands in Los Angeles.
Finally, our last awardee of the evening, but one I know many of you have been waiting for, and I know I certainly have, is the most lovely lady at our table. Wetlands champion is United States Congressmember Janice Hahn, with the Honourable Auden Burke, the California Assembly member, presenting Ballona Wetlands area. Please come up here to help me. Is Auden here?
Good evening. First, I'd like to congratulate all the honorees tonight for all that you have done to save and preserve Ballona. I have the great fortune of walking my daughter every morning that I am in town to the Ballona Wetlands. It is part of my tradition. It is part of our family tradition.
I hope that continues and grows for those in the 62nd District. And if Paul is still here, by the way, we have brought back your nesting bill, so it is not dead. So there's comfort. The Ballona Wetlands are a precious resource for Southern California, and saving them was a heroic struggle. It's so important that we take time to honor the watershed warriors who have led us to this victory. I'm particularly proud to stand here tonight to recognize one of our great leaders, Congresswoman Janice Hahn. Woo! Yeah. And not just for her fight of the wetlands, but for her overall advocacy for environment, both in Washington, here and home. And not unlike Bill, I am truly excited at the possibility that she will be soon staying here at home with us. Congresswoman Hahn was an early champion of setting aside this wonderful corner of Los Angeles that we call Ballona Wetlands, because she knew it was vital to our community to protect this as open space, to protect this as a critical connection to nature in an urban area, and to ensure that the natural beauty of our coast is preserved and protected. The Ballona Wetlands is more than acres of land. It stands as representation of California's foundation as a natural. John Muir once said that one touch of nature connects everyone in the world. And that is what Ballona is for us. It is a pathway we have in frenzied world to connect us to the spirit of life that underpins us all. Congresswoman Hahn understood that from the very start, and saving Ballona Wetlands was crucial to protecting our connection to our historical spirit of California as a natural wonder. And it is her continued advocacy that keeps us all inspired to join us. So, it is my great honor to present you Congresswoman Janice Hahn, the Ballona Wetland Champion Award.
Thank you so much. That's beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all of you who are still here. Really, what a great evening. It really is a beautiful event. I am so pleased to be here tonight, and what a thrill to get introduced by our Assemblywoman, Auden Burke. And I know you all know the story, but of course, Congresswoman Yvonne Brathwaite Burke was the first woman to ever give birth to a baby in the United States House of Representatives, and that was the baby, Auden Burke. I am so pleased to be honored with all of you who are being honored tonight. Obviously, my friend and colleague Maxine Waters is such a strong progressive voice for Los Angeles, and it is an honor for me to be your colleague and to be honored with you tonight. It's also, I want to congratulate Huey Johnson and, of course, my good friend Bill Rosendahl. And, you know, everyone could just sit here tonight and listen to Bill. We could have really listened to you go on and on about a number of subjects. But truly, when I had the honor of serving on the city council with Bill, Bill sat across from me. I sat on one side, he sat on that. And I will tell you, Bill really was the conscience of the city council when I served there. He was my North Star. He was my compass. And if I was ever struggling about how to vote for something, it was, how is Bill going to vote? And I knew that was always the right way to vote and on the right side. I loved serving with you, Bill, and I really appreciate it. And to all the journalists, the courageous journalists who got honored tonight, it really is such an interesting, unusual event to honor those who are in the media. It doesn't usually go like that. Of course, I was raised, my dad, Kenny Hahn, used to always, now this won't mean anything to you millennials who do everything digitally and online, but my dad always said, never argue with anyone who buys ink by the barrel. So this is kind of taking that to a new level by not only not arguing with them, but honoring them. So they deserve it. Congratulations. And I am one of those who enjoys listening to you and reading your work. It's a great night tonight. We're celebrating, of course, the 10th anniversary of the acquisition of the Ballona Wetlands. Now, I said Ballona, right? I was raised in the 60s, and we swam at Ballona Creek. So that's where I used to go to the beach growing up. So it's now Ballona, and I appreciate that. It's like Rodeo Drive in Crenshaw is Rodeo Drive, and in Beverly Hills it's Rodeo. You know, I had the chance to represent Marina Del Rey and the wetlands in my first term in Congress until the boundaries were redrawn. And during that time, I had the opportunity to visit with Roy and Marcia and actually go to the wetlands and take a tour and hike and see for myself the beautiful, precious treasure that we have. And it was my honor to speak up along with them to the Army Corps of Engineers about the importance of protecting and restoring our wetlands. And I hosted a meeting in my office with all the agencies and all the public stakeholders, the community, and allowed them to speak up in front of these agencies and have their voice heard on what mattered to them as folks who had a huge stake in the preservation of the wetlands. And you know, every time it gets to be budget time, whether it's the state or local or the federal budget process, there's always a tendency to focus on the financial value of everything and to calculate what is the return on our investment, and even in our coastal areas. And it's true that Los Angeles has a waterfront, California has a coast, we have a harbor and a port, which is easy to calculate the economic benefit of what that means to our region. But our LA coast many times is priceless. It's hard to put a price or a value on this treasure. But you know, it generates tourism. It generates a quality of life. And its value can't be measured in just dollars and cents. It really does contribute to our health, our welfare, our recreational opportunities, and our environmental well-being. So thank you, as been said tonight by so many people. Thank you to the Institute. Thank you to all of you who showed up tonight. and helped to contribute to tonight's fundraiser. Thank you for caring about this treasure and fighting for it. It's important for the water we drink, the air we breathe, and it provides a refuge for our migrating birds and shelter for the fish. You're all going straight to heaven for this work that you do. And I know for a fact that the Ballona Wetlands are in better shape today than they were 10 years ago because of your love and your passion and your advocacy for the wetlands. So thank you so much. It's an honor to receive this award, and I want to continue to fight alongside of you for the rest of our lives. Thank you very much.